He-lie dum dee diddle die dum do. He-lie dum dee diddle die dum do. He-lie dum dee diddle die dum do. He hiddle 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 hi dum do. What away the day burns?
Frandie.
Frandie. And what is Frandie, William?
It's a fishery.
It's a fishery and it's also a reservoir. Now,
It's
do you have...
like Gartmorn.
It's a bit like... It's exactly like Gartmorn. So, Gartmorn used to supply Alloa with all its drinking water, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what helped Alloa become quite famous, and because it was able to... Lots of people were able to come because it had the sanitation and it had the water. But eventually, even Gartmorn Dam was not enough water to supply all of Clackmannanshire. So back in the 1950s, what they did was they dammed up lots of these bits in the Ochil Hills. So we've actually got 4 of these, I think. Do you know what the names of the other ones are?
Glenoker?
No, not Glen Ochil. Catherine, do you know the names of any of them?
No.
So we've got Glen Quay.
Yeah, we went.
We've been to Glen Quay, well remembered.
Yeah, and there was this bridge with this whole bunch of water.
That's right. And then we've got Glen Sherrip. And then we've got this one here, Frandie. And then down at the bottom of the hills, just at the bottom of Glendevon here, is Castle Hill Reservoir.
I remember when we were looking for this place and ended up at Glen Quay.
Well, that's right. We came looking for this last year because last year, actually, at the bottom of this is some hidden buildings. I think there might be a farm or a church, and last year this was completely empty. So you could actually walk down into the reservoir to go and see the buildings. But this year it was about the same again. They were starting to be able to see them, but we've just had a nice long week of rain, and this is it starting to refill for the autumn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just look at the size of it though. It is massive. Look how far it goes off in the distance there.
You can't even see how far it goes.
You can't even see. And all these fishermen are out enjoying it, aren't they?
Where do the fish just swim in here?
Well, I think this, so basically this is the River Devon. So the water comes off the hill and it pools in these bits here. And then we have these bits at the side so the fish can get down or go up or get wherever they're trying to go to. So this must be the bit where it's not dammed at the other end like the other ones, is it?
Yeah.
So all the fish can get into this bit quite easily. But at the moment, would they ever be able to get out of this bit?
No.
No.
That's why everybody's fishing here.
Because you're never going to get a fish to come jumping over this dry land here, are you?
No.
The water.
Unless it's in the size of a water.
And look, can you see this little line here in front of us?
Yeah.
Now, does that look like water's pouring in or out?
Out.
No. It's pouring.
In.
And if we look over here, so what happens is the water comes down off all the bits of the hills, and this is just a little channel that's been cut out to take the water from the hills to fill it up, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
when rain isn't enough.
When rain isn't enough. And this bit here, so this bit lets the water out, and it's got a little bit when it gets too low to let the water in. It's quite ingenious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really well thought out. Right, shall we take a walk along here?
Yeah.
And see what we can see? Now just look down here. What can we see up on the hills over here, guys? What's that way off in the distance?
Windmills.
Windmills. So this bit here is one of the highest places in Scotland.
Really?
Yes, above sea level. So you've maybe got taller mountains, but this is sort of where the land raises right up. So if we look here, what are these hills here, guys? The Ochil Hills, and we're on the north side of them, and we live over the other side of here on the south side. So what happens is all the water collects up here on the hills and then comes away down and round the bottom down there and then curves back up and comes down around and down the other side of the hills here to give us all our drinking water.
Yeah.
And just look at it down there. Doesn't that look beautiful? Check it out. Right, shall we take a walk along? So what do you think about it up here, Will?
It's very high and it seems like like it's very steep.
It's very steep, isn't it? Very steep indeed. What do you think, Catherine? Do you like it up here?
Yes.
It's very nice, isn't it?
I suppose you go snowboarding.
Well, I wouldn't go snowboarding down here. It's not for leisure activities, maybe on the water. But this bit here we're standing on, this is all the earthworks that keeps the water held back on the other side. Can you imagine what they had to do to fill all this up with earth like this?
Yeah.
It's quite an incredible construction. And do you know who did? Do you know who helped do all this? So we had people had to dig it by hand.
Not with shovels.
Well, yes, by hand means with a shovel, William. Yeah, they came up with just their hands and their fingernails, and they threw all this dirt up here. Now, it's some amount of work that's taking place here, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine how many people would need to scoop in with their hands to chip the dirt up a hill.
It would be a lot of people, like a lot of people.
Triple the amount they probably would have had to
Now
use.
that wee bit over there, this actually looks like a wee miniature castle to me, doesn't it? Just look at that wee bit coming in the water there. It looks like the turret of a castle. I think that's pretty amazing. Well, we walk around there and see if we can get a wee look at it. Oh, can you see fish from here? Well, that's why the fishermen are down there, eh? Oh, you want to go and catch some fish? Well, we take you out on the Frandie Dam, on the Frandie fishery sometime.
Eventually.
I think that might be a good idea. Oh, and look! Look, boys, what's the colour up there on the hill? It's not it's not lavender, what is it?
No, I mean the colour of it, magenta lavender.
Oh, is that lavender? I don't know if that is lavender or not.
I mean the colour.
Yes, the colour is lavender, but what's it called? Is it not called heather? Is that not what we found when we went to Jimmy Shan's statue? And look at it, it's just colouring the hills. Big, beautiful blotches of heather on the hills. Look at that. My word. Magnificent, eh?
Yeah.
Imagine getting all that colour up here. Can we walk along that bit well? Now, I quite like this because look at the stone here. It's really ornate for something that's been away up in the hills, eh?
No, that in the mud.
Oh, did you find that in the mud? No, you can't get into that bit, but we can walk along and have a wee look. My goodness me. Frandie Reservoir. Absolutely stunning. That's a nice view from this side as well, isn't it? My word. All right up on the top of the hills here.
On that bit.
No, we can't go over there. That's only for the people who are using the dam, I think. Right, we can go and have a wee look. Oh, look at the it's like a viaduct, isn't it? Wow. Look at that. You think maybe a train would go across that, eh? What's that? Aye. My goodness me. Pretty cool, huh? And look at that. Out into the middle of the reservoir.
Who would have been there in the first place?
Well, I think this is just for them being able to maintain things. There's maybe something to do with the dam or how it works or something like that, do you think?
Okay.
Wow. Right, well, we'll take a walk back down, and when we get to the other end we can just say cheerio to everybody.
Cheerio.
Oh, no yet. No, quite yet.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, look there, we've got some lovely heather. We can see that up nice and close here. There we go. Brahman.
What goes off that in water?
Oh, don't throw anything down there though. And then we can see the dam from this side. Oh, wait, let's see this. That is a fantastic new haircut you've got. Where did you get that done? That's awesome.
Yeah, you like my new haircut?
I love your new hair. You're going to struggle to walk with all that in your head though.
From Flower Power.
Flower power. Right. Let's get another wee look down the glen. We'll need to come back up here again sometime.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And I love this wall here. Away up here in the middle of nowhere, this big fancy wall. And a wee capstone as well. Fantastic. Now, can you imagine living up here, guys?
Yeah.
That'd be great fun, wouldn't it? A wee house in the hills. A wee house in the hills. Right, let's go through the stile.
Oh, come on.
Here we go. Whee! And now we're up on the top of the hill, looking down. This must be the way they get the vehicles up to do the maintenance, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. It's what an undertaking to build all these dams. It must have taken them a very, very long time.
Yes.
And then when the dam's full, all the water comes flying down the runoff here and joins up with all the other little tributaries from the hills. My goodness me. And look at the heather along this bit. Oh, look, you've got all different shades of purple here, don't you? We've got bright red, dark, light.
Hi, Dad.
Hi there.
Butterfly.
Oh, there'll be lots of butterflies up here. Oh, we've got little white ones as well. So we've got just about everything here.
Hi.
Just about everything, laddie. Right. Right, I think we'll just have a wee look when we get round this corner so we can see the valley below. And look at the hills up there. So a lot of Scotland isn't covered in much trees these days, but up here I think what they've been doing is replanting lots of broadleafs, which are the native species, unlike the spruce that you see over there. And for many years in Scotland, lots of the land has been covered in them, but they're not particularly good for habitat for species to live compared to the broadleaf. So we can really see the difference there. We can see the sort of fir trees there, and then we can see all these newer ones that have kind of propped up down below, and they're making a tremendous difference to the hills and lands around here. Right. Let's say cheerio!